And there you have it. Tonight we have a very special guest.
Joey.
My favorite. Yo, Amber.
What's up?
Yo, my favorite. Amber.
What's up, Joey?
You know you my favorite, Amber, you know?
You're my favorite too, Joey.
Yo, Amber, let me tell you something, man. I don't think, other than my immediate family, like Khaled, Nori, you know, like guys I hang out with every week, we've never had a guest on twice.
Really?
And yeah. And since you've been on, you was here the early days, you're looking extremely beautiful, Amber.
Thank you.
Like extremely,
Thank
right?
you.
And so I had to get you back on because it's just, I think you forever. You got that forever glow.
Thank you.
Nah, Amber, I think you forever. You got that forever glow. Like your shit will never go out of style.
Thank you. I really
how you been?
I'm good. The kids are good. Family's good. You know?
Sebastian and Slash. Where the name Slash come from?
So I named him Slash after Slash from Guns N' Roses. The lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses.
Well, I know you white and black, right? But
yeah.
I don't take you for like a rock.
No, I love rock. I love rock music.
Real shit. Like
yes,
you go crazy to like rock music.
I do.
I thought you were strictly hip hop.
No, I love hip hop too. Like, don't get it fucked up. I love hip hop, but I love like real heavy shit. Like I love like System and Pantera, Metallica growing up. Yeah, I guess that is just my white side, but I do like
yeah, it is your white side.
Yeah.
And if you wasn't scared of COVID, that would have been your white side too. You know that, right?
No, I'm scared.
My man's wife is half black and half white. She wasn't scared of that COVID. He was like, yo, man, that's that white shit right there. Like,
no, I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie.
So you protecting yourself?
Oh yeah, I don't leave the house, Joe. Like I'll go to the supermarket, you know, if I have any type of business, I'm masked up, wash my hands. You know, I have kids here, and I also, what's up, Noriega?
Shout out to Nori. He pop up when he want to.
My boy.
He pop up when he want to. He gave birth to this show, but keep going, Amber. So you try to stay home as much as possible.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and I haven't gotten COVID yet. Everyone I know pretty much has gotten it already.
That's because they didn't take it serious like us. Like, I haven't got it, God bless.
Yeah.
And our families haven't got it. But we really, I go from my house to Khaled's or my mother's house. And even when I go to my mother's house, I take the test before. We love you, Nori. I take the test before. So we try to be, we like really careful.
No, we're really careful over here too.
The problem is, Amber, that a really smart person I know recently told me that with this new strain that's even more contagious,
right,
that he believes 90% of the people in the world, no matter what the fuck you try to do, no matter how you try to stay home, is going to catch the COVID.
Right. Well, see, that wouldn't be a bad thing if we just got it and then had the antibodies forever and we never got it again, because then it would be eradicated, right? So everyone in the world would have it and then it would just be abolished. But that's just not the case. I have a friend that had it twice this year. So, you know, it's like...
Yo, but Amber, let me ask you something. Do you have like a hand cast, or are you trying to flex on us with some fly shit?
Oh, no, I really wasn't flexing, y'all, I swear. But that's just my sleep.
Yeah, Amber, let me tell you something. The other day, I was talking to you, but you see, you know, I've been into this fly shit a long time.
You are like, so funny.
You know, I've been doing this 25 years. Yeah, Amber, I've been into this fly shit a long time. I blew too many bags in my lifetime.
I know.
And I call you the other day, and you like, yo, Joe, they want to say hi. And I say, yo, what's up? And it's the Rolls Royce dealership.
Yeah.
And you just cop some. Yo, Amber, what's that like growing up poor, growing up in Philly, living in mansions in LA,
Right.
and copping, being a female, which is that, you know, anything's possible, but
no, I get it. I get
copping convertible Rolls Royces and shit like that in Beverly Hills. Like, what is that like?
I mean, it feels amazing. You know, honestly, Joe, I was like, man, I just kind of want to go look at a new car. And I walked in, got approved real quick, boom, 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 signed the papers, and I was out.
You got good credit.
I do have good credit. I do.
Then they even give Fat Joe a hard time.
No, I got approved in like 5 minutes.
So you take it serious
but
like that.
But that's not my first Rolls Royce. So I'm just saying. I got the Wraith too, but now I got the Dawn. So
what was it like? What was it like getting your first Rolls Royce? Cause I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna blow my wife up, right? You know, we was really poor. When she met me, I only had a mattress on the floor. When she walked in my crib, in my apartment, I had a one and one,
right.
1 bedroom, 1 bath. That's it. No furniture, a boom box, and a mattress on the floor.
That sounds like the apartment I grew up in.
No, this is a fact, though. So
no,
she
I'm
comes up in there, and she probably looking like, damn, this nigga pop, right? And so I'm with her. I remember when I got my first, you know, little money, tiny money. I bought her fur, and we lived in the building. When I gave her that fur, she ran up. It was like 9 of our apartments and knocked on everybody's door and showed them her fur.
That's tight.
And it was only a $2,000 fur, $2,500 fur.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you when you copped your first Rolls Royce? Like, how did you feel?
I've never been in such luxury in my life. Like getting in a Rolls Royce, the carpet, because I got the Wraiths first. Those like the stars in the ceiling, and I just couldn't believe it was mine. I couldn't. But to be all the way honest with you, when I got my Wraith, my credit wasn't as good as it was now, and I had to put more money down. I had to put like $150 down, and kind of just lease it out. Like I had to pay for it up front because my credit wasn't like that. But I mean, that was like, let me see, 4 years ago. And then once you lease a Rolls, you know, it's easier. It's like once you pay on time and shit, they don't give a fuck.
You know, we talking for transparency. If I say anything that's wrong, you can stop me and I won't talk about it because I'm not trying to play, but it's a known fact. You used to dance, you used to strip, right? Yeah. And I'm just thinking, because I'm thinking about this. No, I'm just thinking about this Cinderella, because you like got a Cinderella type story, right?
Yep.
But I imagine when you did strip, because damn, I missed that one, right?
Fab didn't. Fab used to be in there all the time.
Well, Fab been everywhere, respectfully. You know what I mean? He worked all the time. Don't say that.
Respect. I love Emily.
Let's take that. Let's roll that one back.
Like that. She knows.
Not like that. Let's roll that one back. Let's roll that one back, right? But even though I made Make It Rain, like people don't understand, I came up with the name, with the word Make It Rain. I don't think people understand that. The slang. Like when I made Make It Rain, I made up the slang, Make It Rain. And now I see bank commercials, all type of shit. Make it rain, you know, Black Panther, you know.
You need to check, Joe.
I've been needed a check for something. But my thing is, believe it or not, I've never been a strip club type of guy, even though I made that song. Like I've always felt, I know it's old school, but I always felt like weird. Like I felt like girls would be looking like, this guy's a rapper. Like what is he doing in here? Like what is he thirsty?
But let me just,
it's different now.
No, but let me just say this, going back to Fab. He was always very respectful, never touched nobody, wasn't a weirdo. But he would come in and really look out. You know what I'm saying? For all of us. Everybody that worked at Sue's Rendezvous, just throw it in the air and we would be good. You know, like, so for real, like, you know, he used to look out.
And so the question is, right, so being that I'm not, you know, I don't really frequent the strip club scene, right? Which is nothing wrong with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine Amber Rose was like, and coming to the stage, Amber Rose. And everybody went and got their dollars together to throw it at you. You weren't the, I can't imagine you being the stripper at the back. You know,
no,
like,
I wasn't. Well,
and so you was the most popping stripper when you were stripping in the joint?
I mean, there was, listen, when I was stripping, this was 10, 11 years ago.
Who was stripping too? Who you used to come and be like, yo, that bitch better not be on her A game. I need to get my money.
Well,
Who was like popping?
I had a lot of friends, and I've always been a cool ass chick. So all the strippers, we were all really close. But all the women there were equally beautiful. Like, you had to really be beautiful to work at Sue's Rendezvous.
Yeah,
like,
but you know, when they did this, I'll never forget when they did this. What was the joint I did all the way up in the strip club in Queens that closed down? It was really fly for like a year or two. I did the all the way up video there. But I remember I went there one night and they was like, yo, Joe, you got to see the strip club. This shit is fly. And I went. There was a girl named Panda Supreme.
okay.
She was about that life. So when she stepped up on that stage, they threw so much fucking money. It was like everybody saved their money to throw it at her. So besides Amber Rose at that time, who was the Panda Supreme at that time that was really making noise?
We didn't have one. We were all really popping. I ain't gonna lie to you, Joe. But I'll tell you a quick story. So when I first started at Sue's, this girl, she was doing like all this crazy pole work. She was like a real skinny girl. And so, you know, Sue's had like 7 stages, right? It was like a rotation around. And she got on stage first, and these guys just had dumb stacks of money, right? They didn't give her nothing, Joe. Like not $1, right? And then it was my turn.
She worked hard.
She worked hard. She did work hard. So it was my turn to get up on that stage, and then she had to move to the next stage. And so as Joe, I put my motherfucking toe on that stage. It was a tsunami, right? I didn't even start dancing yet. And this when I first started. So long story
I threw
short,
the money too. I'm not gonna lie, Amber. I would have threw all my fucking money. I'd have threw all that shit. I'd have been like, yo, please, can I borrow something?
They did. I mean, just off that one stage, I probably made like $6,000 off that one guy and like his friends, right? So I go in the back, and she gangs up on me with like these girls, and she's like, oh, these bitches just want to come in the club and fucking take our money, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, I know you're talking to me. Like, don't speak indirect, bitch. I know you're talking to me, right? So she's like, bitch, whatever, we ain't talking to you. So end of the night, put my clothes on. I just got my pants on at the time, no shirt. And the girl's like, I heard one of the bitches in the dressing room want to fight me. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm really about to fight this bitch because I got money and she didn't, right? So she says, I was like, yo, bitch, I know you're talking to me. Just fucking stop. You're just mad because I made money. You didn't. And the other girl jumped in the conversation and she was like, yo, don't talk to her like that. She's a fucking veteran here. And I was like, yo, she's mad at me because I made money, right? So then the girl.
I hate these kind of people. It happens with men too, where they just want to start. So you might as well punch a bitch in the face.
No, so wait.
Because
so the other girl, the second girl, I didn't know that she was a lesbian because I just started. So her girlfriend jumped in the conversation. And then I was like, yo, bitch, let's go, right? So she swung on me. We start fighting. Her girlfriend jumps in. The bitch that initially started the whole thing jumps. They start jumping me. And then I'm fighting all 3 of them. And I'm like, and these are like really tough Dominican girls from the Bronx. Like they were not fucking around.
Yeah, yeah.
And
MMA bitches. And you know they want that bag. They want that $6,000.
No, but so I wind up fighting them, right?
Yeah, but it's always all an excuse to grab your bag. I hope you know that.
No. Listen, I've been a stripper for a long time. Ain't nobody gonna grab my bag. There ain't no way.
I'm just saying that's what they was trying to do.
No, they were just.
I know these grimy Bronx bitches. I know them.
Stop. But guess what? Guess what though? I left. I was like, oh, I guess I can't go back there because these bitches are gonna beat me up all the time. The manager called me and was like, Amber, I fired those girls. I needed an excuse to fire those girls. They were fired. I went back to the club. Joe, I made so many friends. All the other girls were cool as fuck. I was there for probably 2 years. I had the best time of my life at Zeus.
Yeah, Amber, I got beat up every day. I got beat up. First of all, let's get this clear. I'm considered one of the toughest guys in the universe. And with that being said, if I tell you my truth, I got beat up every day at junior high school. Every single day. There wasn't a day I didn't have a black eye, a bloody nose, a lip. Thanksgiving, I'm like this with the black eye. Christmas, I'm like this with the Easter, I'm like this. But I fought these guys, 20 guys every day. And
me too.
And you gain their respect,
right?
Like that. So at the end of the day, you know, people they can laugh at the guy getting bullied, but they wouldn't fight if it happened to them. And
right, no.
It was crazy. Shout out to my man Tone Patron. One day he comes in the studio. Now I'm Joe Crack, and he comes with a dude, and the dude tells me, "Yo, what's up?" And Tone's like, "That's my man." And then the dude says, "Yo, my wife went to junior high school with you." And yo, Amber, my whole shit just felt like, I felt like, oh shit, the gig is up. This guy knows I got my ass whipped every day. Like, you know, and he's in the, I'm Joe Crack the Dawn, right? And so, and I was like, word, your wife went to junior high with me? He was like, yeah. I said, so she must have told you I used to get my ass whipped every day. And he said, yeah, she told me that. And I said, word? And she said, but she look at it different. She said, you the toughest nigga she know. Because you went out there and you fought those guys every day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. And you know, you got to see it from different lenses.
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, where we grew up, it's like you can't not fight or you just not going to be able to leave your house. It's just, you got to go on with your life. And like back then, it's like you could fight and have a fair one. Or like my mom will come on the block and make sure it was a fair one. You know, that's just how I grew up in Philly.
Your mom got busy?
No, well, my mom would be there to make sure nobody would jump in a fight.
Nobody jump you.
Yeah.
And so me, no bullshit, where I grew up, I guess I was the guy Amber Rose, because I grew up with blonde hair, green eyes in the middle of the hood that was 99.9% black.
Same.
And nobody ever told me I wasn't black. Nobody ever told me that. And so I'm like, I'm a baby. This is where they bring me in this place. And I grow up 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, kindergarten, playing karate, like thinking and so especially in my block, they never had like no Latinos really put it down like me.
Right.
But forget that. Every other block really never seen nobody like me. They was like, oh no, you know, that is not happening here. Like this guy, like, and so I used to get into a lot of beef because they ain't seen nobody like me. They just ain't. They just ain't seen nobody like me. Let me ask you a question. The OnlyFans, we know husband, what's that like? Because me and Khaled, we started a motivational, you know, an empowerment, motivational, inspiring the people on the OnlyFans. And when we said we was gonna do it, and we are doing it, it starts the 25th, they were like, everybody I know was like, yo, everybody's busting it open on there. It's wild. It's pretty much porn. But the owner
a
was
lot
like, yo.
A lot of it is, I mean, initially OnlyFans was a lot of porn. That's what it initially was. And that's why it has like a bad stigma. On my OnlyFans, I do show my breasts. Only because they're titties. Now,
so you're saying on OnlyFans, I am able to see Amber Rose's breasts, like not covered, like breasts.
All out breasts. Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God.
But I mean, for me, it's not a big deal. They're just titties. I mean, I've been a stripper. Like, who cares? You know. For somebody else, they might not be comfortable with that. But I feel like you see one pair of titties, you've seen them all. So I might as well make money off them. You know? But Joe, I ain't gonna lie, Joe. I'm not gonna tell you how much I made because I just don't want it on the blogs and shit. I don't want people in my pockets. But I made a lot of.
Oh no, you buying Rolls Royces? You buying Rolls Royces convertible? Like, oh no, we not confused. You making a lot of money. Them shits is $450,000. I know exactly what they cost. So you making some serious coin on OnlyFans.
I mean, that's like one video though. That's like one video. Like that.
I don't think they want to hear me talk shit like that to give me like $500,000 just to talk shit. Like,
I mean, this shit get butt naked, Joe. You make $1 million quick. I'm telling you, bro.
So you saying if I fell the fuck off and I got nobody,
you said
that's
it,
it, Fat Joe's done.
bro.
If I go on the OnlyFans and get ass naked, I'm lit. I'm like, overnight I got $1 million.
Yep.
Wait. And
so,
I said to myself,
I'm gonna say this for the people that are watching. I had posted, I had sent out a DM the other day on my OnlyFans, and I said, should I shave or should I wax it? And I made a lot of money off of that. So
just off of saying that.
No, I showed them. No, I showed them.
You showed them the thing?
But I didn't open it. I just showed the frontal. Yeah, so subscribe to my OnlyFans, y'all. And
oh God, Amber. Yeah, Amber. So I said to myself, look, I was telling my man Fuzzy today. I don't know if you know Fuzzy from LA. Big boy's right-hand man forever. I had lunch with him. And I said, Fuzz, as long as you ain't robbing people, raping people, scamming people, no one should be able to ask you how you make your money.
Exactly.
Like, I do not ask, no disrespect, these white people who live next to me in mansions, how the fuck they get their money.
Yeah.
As long as we pay our money, our taxes.
I don't give a fuck who asked me about what, because I'm me. Like, all my videos and my pictures are just me. So it's my body, my choice. I own my body. I can do what I want with my body. I don't have nobody in my videos with me. I'm not doing no porn. I'm not doing none of that, but I am showing my body.
Yo, but let me ask you something, yo, Amber, that would be the mother shit, huh? If you said one day, said Fat Joe go naked, I'll get $1 million tomorrow. If you said, yo, it's going down, like a pay-per-view, if you set it up like a Mike Tyson fight,
I wouldn't do that.
Amber Rose is going to get it on the OnlyFans. No, I'm just saying.
No, but for me, like,
would that break a record, Amber? We just having fun.
Of course, yeah.
How much money you think you make in that one? Like, what's the blowout sale? Like, you know,
I'll probably make 10 million off that, easy, just on OnlyFans.
I gotta manage you, man.
Listen, get in line, because they all want a piece of my OnlyFans, Joe. I'm telling you.
Yo,
they all want a piece of my OnlyFans, bro.
And it ain't just you. It's a lot of people making a lot of money, right? Because I heard Tiger.
But let's do the math, right? I got 20.2 million followers on Instagram. Now I send that traffic over to my OnlyFans. So let's say, for example, I only have 100,000 people. 100,000 people buy a $20 video. Oh, look.
Go Emma.
Callie needs to get over get butt naked.
Yo, Joe, you got one, man.
Yo, don't be interrupted. This
Amber Rose.
What's up?
Don't ever play yourself. This Amber Rose.
Legend. It says, let me tell you something.
Let's go.
This is my.
Tell me about Amber
Hold
Rose.
on. Oh yeah, your biggest numbers. Amber Rose. Amber Rose is on.
She's the only artist slash everything that's ever been on twice, other than the immediate family. Well, she's family.
That's family.
She's making so much money.
Amber Rose
she's
is
on
rich.
OnlyFans. Like she said all she had to do was say her shit was not shaved or something, and she made about $1 million just.
I said, I told Joe, I said, yo, if you get butt naked on that bitch, you make $1 million real quick.
I gotta leave. No, listen, y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
He don't know what we talking about.
I'm about
you don't want no problem. You don't want no parts of this thing right here. Do you want to compliment her in any way, Callie?
No, shout out to Amber Rose. Amber Rose.
Thank you, Callie.
Amber Rose been a fan from day one, always showing love. Congrats to you and your family. You know what I'm saying? You got a beautiful family, your kids. God bless you. You know that.
God bless
Nothing
you.
but love.
God bless
Amber
you.
Rose peoples, man. Yo, but I can't be. You know, we doing motivation.
I know we're doing motivation, inspiration. She know we motivation, inspiration. She know we talking to the people. Yeah, Amber. Yeah, Amber, let me tell you. Yeah, Amber. Yeah, Amber, let me tell you something, man. So I say, so you the original, right? Oh, so let me say, so I know obviously your husband has to be very open-minded, right? And he don't give a fuck as long as it's yours. Look, but don't touch, right? And I've seen other husbands with their wife on OnlyFans, like real husbands, like real, and so that's cool.
I mean, he don't got no other choice. I don't live my life like that. So let me give you a little background on me and my husband. When I met him, I told him that I will not be controlled. I'm a feminist, and you know, as long as I'm not disrespecting you, what I want to do with my body as far as OnlyFans or anything like that, that's my choice for my body. And you know, if you want to get into a relationship with me, then that's just how my life works. But I also give him the same respect, you know.
Yeah, but you know, Amber, some guys, guys are like soft, right? So a guy front like he tough.
But he's not soft. He's not.
I'm not saying him. I'm not saying him.
He takes the videos of me. He takes the pictures and videos of me. Like he knows I'm home every night with me and the kid, him and the kids. So.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of guys. You know, like you got guys. Say me and my friends. They say I'll ever catch my girl cheating. You know what I'm saying? But they be the same ones take them back. You know, these guys are like say like you know. So one of the worst things I ever seen was, and it's every day. So a guy get with you and be like, yo, Amber, I always wanted you. I want you, right? And then he gets with you, and then he start asking you if you ever been with that other guy before. Yo, you did not know this guy at this time. And so these guys, we still.
No, I tell him who I've been with.
A lot of guys can't handle that.
Then they don't need to be with me because
I won't be with you, but you do know they can't handle that.
I know, but Joe, for me, it's like when I was younger, that maybe could have been an issue, but at my age now, I got zero tolerance for that. Like, you can't be mad at me of who I fucked before I met you. Like, that's just childish. I can't.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree that a guy could be mad at who you was with before they. I don't agree with that. Like, I mean, like,
but
yo,
my
you better ask.
like
now she's yours. Nobody can have her.
Yeah, but my husband's, he's very supportive. He doesn't care about my past. We talked about it initially when we got together, and then that was it. It's just done.
And the past fades.
Yeah.
So even though a guy had you before, as time goes on, he can't really remember. Like, it fades. Like, so it's not, you can't think like if a guy, man, maybe I'm talking too much real shit right now, right? Yo, let me
Joe, listen,
I might be giving the girls too much game. I might be giving girls too much game, and I'm guy code. So I almost cracked one of the biggest birds and the bees things that guys don't talk about. But That's crazy. And because of COVID, the slut walk is there a viral slut walk?
No, Joe, because it just doesn't. I mean, my slut walk is a lot of people. You know what I mean? It's like trying to do a festival online. It's just not realistic. You don't feel the energy. You don't. I mean, you have to be there, you know. But I do feel like by next year, for sure, I think we should be good by next year with the vaccine and all that shit coming out. I mean, hopefully, we can get rid of this thing and get back to work.
Would you get the vaccine?
I would personally, only because I know a lot of doctors and nurses. I have really good friends that are in the medical field, and they highly recommend getting the vaccine over getting COVID. So
you know, I took my mother and father to get the vaccine last week.
Yeah.
And they were like, and my aunt, shout out my aunt Barbara, I know she's watching, my favorite aunt in the world. And she was like, hell no. She was on that Bronx shit. I ain't getting the vaccine. I said, yo, you better get your ass the vaccine, DD.
Yeah.
And I took my mother and father to get the vaccine.
Good.
And I'm happy they got it. I don't see no side effects.
Right.
No, I got a friend who got it. I don't know if I want to tell your business, but a good friend of mine, she got COVID right now, and she said every day it's a different symptom.
Right.
Yesterday was pink eye. The day before was the bloody nose. The whatever. Every day it's a different. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the vaccine. I feel like the more people that get it, you know, the only thing with the vaccine, it has blockers, right? So we can still carry COVID and spread it, but we won't be affected by it. So that's why they want everyone to take the vaccine so it could be eradicated around the world.
Mm-hmm. But I think the more people that take the vaccine, the less contagious this thing will be, and the less thing it'll be around. So I think that's the smart thing about the vaccine. And thank God for OnlyFans, because you've been able to work from home.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with my kids and my family. I don't got to worry about, you know, doing this, doing that, going here, going there. Like, it's wonderful. I highly recommend it to everybody. I highly recommend it.
What was you the and I don't want to allude to that, but let's we might have to give you props in a crazy, insane way. But were you the first like famous, because you was a real famous ex of a famous guy? Was you like the first one to crack that shit open? Because now we got the exes on TV. We got like you know, like Housewives of Miami.
To my recollection, I think so, because I remember when I was dating him, I was like, I didn't think I would be famous. Like, I didn't think it wasn't famous before that. It was not famous before that moment. Like, it was not famous. And I think till you. Well, I just started walking around and paparazzi started following me. And I was like, I'm just his girlfriend. I'm not famous. Like, leave me alone. And that's how it was in the beginning. And then I just had to get used to it. And then you know, obviously we broke up, and then I was out on my own, but it just never stopped. It just never stopped.
And you know what? A lot of people have moments, because I recall Amber Rose, boom, like you're walking on that red carpet. Everybody was like, oh my God, who's the cheese? Right? So I remember that moment. But a lot of people have moments but don't know how to stretch it out to, we talking 10 years later, right?
Yeah.
So would you consciously knowing that you was going to stretch this thing out, or it just happened naturally?
Well, I think what people don't understand is that, like, fame doesn't equate to money. So, like, you know, I was famous, but I was, you know, Kanye had the money. I was a stripper. I didn't have no money. So I had to figure out what I'm going to do with this fame and how I'm going to make money out of it after that. So I could have went back to the strip club, but I made a lot of really great friends during that relationship, and I was always very nice and humble, and people wanted to help me. They wanted to see me win. And so, you know, people like Russell Simmons and, you know, they just would connect me with other people, and then I started doing parties. I mean, that's how I started. I started doing parties all over the world.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then I would stack my money, and then, you know, I would just, and then I did the Smirnoff campaign, which that's how I made my first $1 million in 2011.
So they paid you $1 million, Smirnoff, for you to do the ad, to be an ambassador.
Yeah, I made $1 million that year. Yeah. That was my first million in 2011. And then I wrote a book, and then,
how did the book go? Cause I'm writing my book down.
yeah,
so
I made a lot of money off my book. So I did a full book, and then I did a full audio book with my own voice. So, I had an audio book as well. A lot of people bought that.
And that's what the problem is, because I know I just finished writing the book, 24 chapters. It's phenomenal. Ain't none of these rappers like me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But when you get this book, you're gonna be like, damn, I know Joey was putting it down, but for real, for real. But I know they're gonna want to ask, because they say I'm a good storyteller. They're gonna be like, Joe, I want you to do the audio. Like, Jesus Christ. So,
I mean, I'll tell you, Joe, it's the worst fucking headache you'll ever have in your life.
No, it's horrible. I already know. I'm gonna have
it's
to
horrible,
say all this shit.
But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did. And like, for people that are listening, you think it's just reading a book out loud. It's not. It's not. It's really fucking hard. It took me like 2 weeks, but I made a lot of money off the audiobook. I really did.
So you recommend I do the audio too?
And you have such an amazing voice, Joe. Like, you should. People want to hear you talk, like, while they're getting dressed and ready or whatever they're doing in the house. You know, a lot of people don't have time to pull out a book and read it. Like, they want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm an audio. I'm an audible person myself. Yeah. I don't read books. I can read. I'm very literate, but I like to hear it more. Like, even when I sit down to do business, they can give me breakdowns and they can give me all that. I'm like, yo, let's run through this. Like, I always say I'm like an old Jewish accountant in the back of a store that got all his notes on a little notebook. I'm like, yo, I got to hear this shit.
Right.
And once I hear it, you can't go, I don't give a fuck. You can't go back on me and tell me some more. Yo, you know I told you, you ain't tell me that, bro. Right. If you told me, you told me. If you ain't tell me, you ain't tell me that, bro. Like, right. I know what it is. Like, you know, once I hear it, and sometimes I hear stuff, and if I didn't catch it, if I went home that night and was just thinking in my bed, I would hear the shit. So it come like, oh shit, she told me some shit. And then, you know, it's just, that's the way my mind. So the book was great.
Yeah, I did well with the book, and then I signed a deal with Dr. Phil for my own talk show. And he was really great. It was great to work with Dr. Phil and his company. The talk show went really well. It's just that, you know.
So basically, you parlayed your life, and you went out there and you made something of yourself. What do you say of the haters?
I'll just say this: the fame was handed to me. The fame, I wasn't expecting that, Joe. I really wasn't. I was very humble in that relationship. I was not expecting that. But everything that I have made from that point on is all me. All the money, all the deals, everything are my relationships and me just being a good person and being easy to work with. I think that's why I'm still here, because I'm very easy to work with. I'm on time. I'm punctual. Even you, I called you an hour before because we were supposed to get on Wednesday. And I'm like, Joe, you know, I'm buying this car real quick, but I got you on Friday and I was on time. So it's just, you know,
no. And that's, and to me, I like to think,
your word is everything.
I like to think that it's worth something. I'm the same way. I'm a nice guy. People deal with me. I'm always courteous. I speak to the mailroom guy, to the CEO. You cordial. I treat everybody respect, and I get the job done. Even if it's 16 hours, whatever I got to do, I go do it.
Hold on. Do you remember when I first kind of met you? I forget where we were, but you were in a room with your family eating a bunch of Spanish food. And
we invited you to eat because we knew everybody was starving.
You invited me in to eat, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm really eating with Fat Joe's family right now. Like you guys were so nice to me. And that was fucking 2010, 11. It was so long ago.
See, but look at that. Look how far I went. I called you up for a second appearance on the Big Show. And you remember them tostones and them chicharrones de pollo, Dominican food. They said, nah, I got to look out for Joey. I got to make sure he good. See what I mean about being nice to people?
Yep.
It goes a long way.
Yep. You definitely fed me that day. And I remember being hungry as fuck smelling that food. Like,
now we tried not to, shit, man. We love food. We love food.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's a constant battle. It's a constant fight. I work out. I try everything, but I love good food. Like right now while I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about a steak. A bone-in ribeye. Like I'm like, yo, man, a bone-in ribeye would be real nice right now.
That's my favorite. A bone-in ribeye is my favorite, Joe. That I'm a steak and potatoes kind of girl. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Do you eat it like well seasoned, or you like? Because I got some, no disrespect, white friends that they just hit that shit 2 times. They throw it on there and go, shh, shh, and here's your steak. And I'm like, what the fuck? This guy, are we murdering this motherfucker?
So I put Creole seasoning. I put garlic powder, salt, pepper, parsley, and then I let it marinate for a little bit.
You season it. So you season it, because I know some people, they feel like.
I like my steak spicy.
And I think you like life spicy.
I do.
And what do you say? I was trying to ask you this earlier. What do you say? You told, right? What do you say to haters that say, yo, that girl's famous for no reason? She's famous for no reason.
I don't say nothing to them. I don't talk to them. I don't talk to no haters. You don't see me in no comments clapping back. I don't got time for that. That's why I'm an open book, Joe. There's nothing that nobody can say about me that I don't say about myself. I love OnlyFans. I show my titties. I'll get butt naked on that bitch. I'll make my fucking money. I love my family. I love my kids.
How much is this OnlyFans?
My OnlyFans?
Yes.
Oh, it's only $19.
You took $1 off too. We used to back in the days when I used to hustle.
But you know why, Joe?
Why?
Marketing. This is marketing. So the amount of people that follow me, you gotta look at it like Netflix. You can't charge people $100 each. Don't nobody want to pay that.
No. But I'm saying the average price there is $20 and you went $19.
Yes, I did.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that's like, back in the days we used to hustle. No, I don't encourage nobody to do it, but cracks used to cost $10, right? And then we started pumping 2 for $5s. So 2 for $5s would have got you killed on the wrong block because motherfuckers is like, yo, he fucking up the money. We got these custies paying 10, and he throwing out 2 for $5s. So I'm saying $19. Most people got 20. That was marketing, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't sell anything in my DMs for over $25. Nothing. I don't sell nothing in my DMs for over $25. So like,
what do you mean in your DM? Because I'm getting new to the OnlyFans, but we're talking about motivational stuff.
Okay. Listen. So people will subscribe to you and Khaled's OnlyFans, right? That costs money unless you make that part free, right?
No, we didn't. We got to get paid. We got to pay the bill.
So they subscribe for, let's say, I don't know, $10, 20, whatever, right? $20. They subscribe. Then you can post shit on your timeline, right? And it can be like a snippet of what you're gonna talk about. Then you hit them in a mass DM and be like, for the full 20-minute video, click unlocked, and you gotta pay $20 for that.
Like the way something like that would work for me is if like we're doing like a birthday party and it's lit. The planet Earth is in there, and we like, yo, $20 DM. It's gonna be lit. You in the party?
Yeah, so you can go on live on OnlyFans. So you go on your Instagram and you be like, go on OF. You can't say OnlyFans anymore. Go on OF. Go to my OF. I'm about to go live. So then you bring people over to your OF, and then they have to pay, I don't know, $5 each, $2 each, whatever, to watch your live.
There's a hustle. It's a legal hustle.
Yeah. It's like a virtual strip club, to be honest. That's all it is. I'm just back at the spot.
Yo, they dragged me because we said we on OnlyFans a joint. If you saw the shit they were saying,
I can only imagine because I was.
They was dragging us. They was like another one, this all type of shit. But I've been doing this so long, I'm thick skinned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could pretty much take anything.
But they just fucking around. They obviously know you ain't doing shit on there, Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
They know
Not at all. But giving them that game so they could go get that bread.
Yeah. Joe, let me ask you a question. Why you not on Clubhouse?
All right. Clubhouse, for one, I've been on there 2-3 times. It's incredible, right? It's very addictive, right? So, like, these guys, and no disrespect to these guys, but these guys who play Fortnite or NBA 2K, they spend too much time on that shit. And all that time, we all get the same 24 hours in a day.
Right.
I cannot spend 6 hours playing the motherfucker basketball in the crib.
No, you can leave whenever you want.
I know, but I feel like Clubhouse is the same thing. I feel like it's addictive like a game, and once you in there, you want to listen, you want to this. Number two is you can't really, unless it's your Clubhouse that the Amber Rose presents, fuck off 2021, whatever it is, that you can control. But if you jump in somebody else's thing, you can't control the narrative.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. I really only go into rooms with like Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked.
It's my guy.
Yeah, I'll go into rooms with certain people that like know how to control a room. You know what I'm saying? If it's just a bunch of people arguing and shit, I won't go in there.
And I also seen some stuff in there where heard discussions that could really get me in trouble. Right? Because I'm very opinionated.
I feel you.
And I'll say the wrong shit. Like bad though. Shit like I wouldn't say, like, I could go bad. Like and I control my, like,
I think you all could, Joe, to be honest.
Listen, I grew up in the projects where, no disrespect, at least when I was growing up, it was home of stank bitches. Like, so you had to be your sword. The shit you say, because I was fat fucking stinking Joey. I was all that shit. So my sword, my clapback had to be so legend.
Oh yeah.
So it's bad. Like I could go bad, right?
I feel you.
So that's what I'm saying. If I'm up in there, a normal person fuck with Fat Joe or love this show and listen every day, they'll be like, nah, I can't fuck with this guy. It's too bad. Like, so I try to like not get in those type of discussions, but I think it's amazing.
Well, if I do a room, I'll come and invite you in, and
yeah, invite me. I did Jason Lee 2 weeks ago. Was the last time I was there. We did like a talent search. Me, him, Tiffany Haddish, Mio. That was dope.
Yeah.
But they go in there and they talking crazy shit.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want nobody to call me up while they talking some crazy shit. I'm not there for that.
My bad.
Are we ever gonna hear this music?
What music?
Yeah, so no music. So what
No,
I'm
I'm not
saying
doing
is,
music, Joe.
all right, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
No, I'm sorry. Like, you know, I'm sorry, right? And so no music, right?
No.
And so because what won't Amber Rose do? Like like, because I think you can act. I think you could. You had your own talk show. You're an ambassador. You don't give a fuck.
I
You
don't
speak
give a
up
fuck.
for women.
Yes.
Like,
And
what won't you do?
I mean, there's a lot I won't do, but I don't like. Listen, I don't like quick, short money. I don't like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like with my OnlyFans, it's like a pandemic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense, but I won't just do anything for money. I'm not that type of person. I've turned down a lot of shit, you know. Like I definitely, like we said earlier, I would never do a porn. It's just not who I am. I'm not into shit like that. I would
That's a $10 million theory.
yeah, but it's just, you know, see with my sons, when I teach my sons, it's my body, my choice. And especially Sebastian, he knows I used to be a stripper. He cracks jokes all day. He's 7, but he's smart. He's gifted, you know.
The most handsome kid in the world. I love that guy.
Y'all want to see him?
Yeah, where he at?
Hold on. He in here playing Fortnite.
See what I'm saying?
I'm
It's
gonna
addictive.
show you my baby. Hold on. Hey, Pumpkin. Say hi to Fat Joe and everybody. Hey.
What's up, man?
He said,
How you
"What's up?"
doing? Good.
He's into his game.
Yo,
Look,
man, let
he
me
got
tell
his
you something,
he
man.
got his Lamborghini sheets and stuff.
I know how you see. I love how you teach them all the old songs.
Oh yeah,
And
like
he'll be singing like the Phil Collins and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
you've been able, at least from what we see, you've been able to juggle, like, you know, baby daddies, everybody get along.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that's not easy.
My baby daddies were just together today.
Today, like nothing.
Yeah, because we had to go pick up Bash, and then Wiz came outside to see the new car, and my husband was in the car, and they all just got out and just started talking, and the kids were there, and it's just our family.
That's unique because you know there's a lot of people. I've dealt with this a lot with like friends of mine that broke up with their baby moms, and their baby moms was mad that they had another girl, wouldn't let them see the kids. All
That's
type
crazy.
of like fucking drama type shit.
Yeah. No, I don't do that.
Did you ever have that drama, or it was always smooth?
Never, ever, ever. Never. I would never do that to Bash's dad. I just wouldn't do that. He's allowed to move on and find happiness with someone else. Who am I to keep my child away from him because he wants to date other people? Like, that's just immature and ignorant.
Who broke up with who? Who broke up with who?
Oh, that's a long story, Joe. It's a long, sad story.
I don't want the sad. I don't want.
Yeah, we'll just stay away from that.
Because it's usually the person who broke up. I always say, the person who loves the most in the relationship is the one that gets hurt the most.
Yeah.
I've always said that because, and then the person who leaves the person, even if you wanted to leave a guy bad, when he beat you to it, you be like, motherfucker, like you feel like that motherfucker left me.
I think what me and Wiz had was very real, and that's why we loved each other so much when we were married, and that's why we're able to really still love each other and be friends and co-parent and make life easy, you know. And then my husband now, he's really amazing because he treats Sebastian as if that was his own child. And so it's kind of like one big happy family. We don't argue.
You know, you Amber Rose, one of the most beautiful women in the world. So I can see how you could do. You know, that's another hard thing. You know what I'm saying? With taking a woman that has kids, you know,
Yeah.
there's men out there that won't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I never
Or
experienced
if they
that.
do it, they'll mistreat the kid.
You heard me, Joe?
What you said?
I said I never experienced that, but I hear you though.
Hell no. Fuck, man. It's like certain women got this thing that Amber Rose can have 10 kids and the motherfucker still want to hold her hand and walk down the street with her. I mean, that's rare.
Yeah, but also, I mean, as you get older and like you date people or have relationships with people that have children themselves, they kind of can put themselves in your shoes, you know, like sometimes shit just don't work out. And, you know, now I got 2 baby daddies, but what am I supposed to do? Get a divorce and
that's
never
how,
have
and
another kid?
that's how that happens, right? So I don't think I did bad in my life. I have, well, I wouldn't even break one, but if we physically said I had 3 babies' moms. I've been with my baby moms for over 25 years, right? But before her, I had 2 babies' moms. I was young, I was wild.
Yeah.
And it just happened, right? But I know some rappers that got 16 babies' moms.
Oh yeah.
And so, and doesn't mean you're a whore because you have two babies' daddies. Like, I mean, it just happens.
Well, I mean, for me, it's like maybe I am a whore, but that's okay too. You know, I mean, depends on how you look at me, Joe.
Yeah, Amber, this is bullshit, Amber.
But I'm gonna say this.
Nah, yeah, Amber, I think this is part of the act.
It's not. No, it's really
this
who
is
I
part
am.
of your. Don't stop.
Ask
Amber.
about me, Joe. Ask about me, Joe. This is really who I am. Like I'm really this girl. Like
you're telling me you're Joe. I'm a whore.
Yeah.
So you can turn a whore into a housewife. That's what you're trying to say.
Well, this is the thing. So this is the reason why I have.
Listen, everybody. There's no longer PG-13 going on right here. But go ahead.
No, this is why. This is why
the
I have
biggest
my slut walk, Joe, because you can call anybody a whore. Not you, but anybody can call anybody a whore or a slut or a hoe, right? It's really just somebody's insecurities that are coming out on a woman. That's all it really is. So, like, no one really knows my sexual history. They know who I've dated in my past. They can assume who I fucked, but they really don't know. You know what I'm saying? They were calling me a whore when I was just with Kanye. I literally had never been with another famous person in my life before him.
And I would imagine that women like you as much as the men.
Probably more. Probably more, Joe. I've had girls try to rip my clothes off while I walk down out of club. Like, girls are crazy.
Some big girls too, like big boy, like big girls, right? Like
all kinds.
Like our wildest dreams, we wouldn't believe, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Well, let me shut up.
Nah, I'm saying, yo, Amber, that's that shit. This is the only show we ever doing like this. Like, I don't talk like this. It's Friday, right?
It's Friday. What happened to the comments, Joe? They're not on anymore? Did you shut them off?
Who?
The comments aren't on anymore.
Yeah, I see the comments. There's a bunch of smiles. There's a bunch of laughing.
They're not on anymore. Did you shut them off?
They on mine. It says, damn, she pretty, man. Yes, and all these heart eyes and shit.
Oh, I don't see them, y'all. I'm sorry.
So the women might be as worse as the men.
No, I think the women are worse as far as
wanting you.
Yeah.
And so
because they know I swing that way, so it's kind of like, oh, she with it. Like, it makes me like her more. That's how they feel.
Amber Rose, this is how you sell your shit. This is how you sell your brand. And women subscribe to OnlyFans. And let me ask you a question then. So if you swing that way, let me ask you a question.
The answer is no.
Do you know what I'm gonna ask?
Yes.
What is it?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask.
No, what you thought I was gonna ask you if you let your husband. That's what you was asking?
No, I thought you were gonna ask if I bring women home.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna ask that, but that's what you thought I was gonna ask, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you won't do that.
Well, see, okay, for me, Joe, I'm not into threesomes. I had one threesome in my whole life, and it was very technical, and I just didn't like it. It just wasn't. It was just like gotta keep switching the condom, put the condom on. It was just a lot, right? So for me, this is not my type of thing. I like more of intimacy. When I really genuinely care about somebody. So I don't like to share anybody that I'm with. That's just who I am.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I tried it though. I mean, it's just I don't like it.
It wasn't it. And
No, I'm
so
I'm a selfish
what
lover.
I was gonna ask, being that you swing that way, that you thought that's what I was gonna ask. What I was gonna ask was this: have you ever been in a relationship with a girl, and is women more jealous than men?
Yeah, I've been in 3 relationships with women.
With women.
Yeah.
And have they been more jealous than men?
No. No, because
This is a Joker moment, guys. This whole shit
Joker.
turned into a birds and the bees. But I always assumed that women would be more jealous than men. Me personally, my opinion.
No, because other men are very aggressive, and yes, girls can be aggressive as well. But there's kind of this thing like if 2 girls are in like a lesbian relationship, for example, and you're around other lesbians or girls that are with that shit, they kind of respect that. You know what I'm saying? Guys don't give a fuck if you got a man. You know how many guys tried to holler at me when I was pregnant with both my kids?
Pregnant.
I mean, let me tell you, A-list motherfucking celebrities didn't care I was pregnant, none of that. Like, if my husband was here, listen. I really had to go to him and be like, I can't believe this motherfucker tried to holler at me, rub my belly, tell me how beautiful I was. Like, shit's wild.
You ever felt like nasty, like not flattered? Like, you ever was like, yo, this nigga nasty right here. If I told my man to crack his shit.
Yeah. Because for me, it's like, I have a baby inside of me from another man. How could you find that sexy? But I'm not a man, so I don't know.
You know, I don't know, right? I honestly don't know.
When I was pregnant, it was more so. Like, it was just like I was oozing sex appeal when I was pregnant. Like, guys were salivating over me more than me not being pregnant.
I'm going to tell you the truth. That's like devil shit. You know how they say you in the devil's house? Like, that's somebody who's so fucked up in their mind that they feel like, I want to bang this chick out while she's pregnant from another. That's like nasty shit.
So my husband said that it's not that they want to have sex with you while you're pregnant. It's more so like, let me plant this seed. So when she does have the baby, I'm already on her. She knows that I'm on her. So once she pops out the baby, you know what I'm saying? I'm first in line. That's what
I get it. That might be true. Now I see that. That might be like a guy's, or what they call that, marking the territory, like just letting you know, like, oh, I want you.
Yeah, once you got that baby, I'm here, bitch. Like, I'm ready.
It's crazy because I watched Versus yesterday, and both my sisters was on, and Ashanti came there all gracefully, and Keisha Cole, Keisha really, really hood, right? And she got.
I love Keisha though.
And I love them both, right?
Yeah.
And they both my sisters, right? But Ashanti takes like the nice girl, classy, and then Keisha comes in there like the hood chick from the Bay, and And so you might look and you might say, and I said, they might be a crazy ass football player. You know, these guys who killed, you know, one of these crazy. He looking at Keisha Cole right now like, man, that hood chick, man, I need that bitch. Like, I need her. Like, you know, like to each his own, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And so that, and then, okay. Have you ever been approached like that where you was in a situation and you said, good to know?
No.
Good to know.
I don't cheat.
So I'm saying you might have been in a situation, not with your husband. You was
No.
with
I
another
don't cheat.
relationship, and the guy went at you, but you was like, yo, I'm gonna respect this, but good to know.
No. That's
You ain't
not
never
how I'm
like
wired,
that.
Joe. I'm not wired like that. I don't. I've never cheated on any boyfriend I've ever had, publicly, fucking privately. No, I'm not. I believe in karma, and that's why God bless me.
I'm gonna say this, Amber, with all respectfully. You know that in New York now they say respectfully. I don't believe you, but
Why? See, nobody.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it
Why?
100 with you.
Why
I
you
do not
don't believe
believe
me, Joe? Why?
I don't believe
Joe,
not
let me tell
because
you
it's
something.
impossible.
Let me tell you something, Joe. Let me tell you something. This is what you gotta understand. Just like rappers, so many men throw their dick at me. It's so easy. So for me, it's not appealing because it's so easy. It's not anything to look forward. It's nothing to be excited about.
Well,
So if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship because I want to be. I'm not in a
breaking
relationship.
news to all the guys out there, cabrón alert in Spanish, meaning like if your girl can't walk to the bodega without a guy hitting on her. In the building, the doorman, it's almost like a fucking collision course, especially in New York. Like,
Right.
I try to think of one time a girl going to a car, or like it's like a fucking a battle, like just to go to the store and come back for a regular girl, not even an Amber Rose. So it is easier for a woman. So you stand. This is a Joker moment, right? Because you're telling me you never cheated on a guy ever in your life.
I swear on my kids, I never cheated on a guy ever in my life.
Don't do that, Amber, because
I'm just not a cheater, Joe. This is not who I am. I don't need to cheat because I'm brutally honest. If I don't want to fuck with you anymore, I will tell you that I don't want to fuck with you anymore. I want to go our separate ways and I want to see other people. I'm not going to go behind your back and fucking break your heart and be a fucked up person. That's not how I'm wired.
So you're not a heartbreaker.
No, I probably broke hearts if I was honest, but I never betrayed anyone. So if I tell you I'm with you and I'm only with you, that's really who I'm with. Like,
yeah, I was bad when I was young, though, like bad, though. So I understand any girl that was with me before my wife, I was bad. I was horrible. Like, you know what I mean? And the fact that you got money, it was horrible. I was a bad person, and I broke many hearts before rap music and all that, and I'm not proud of it, but I can't sit here and tell you that I ain't break hearts. Like, maybe you just telling it. I just watched the Billie Holiday. Shout out Lee Daniels. They said, I'm media now. So they send me the movies. I'm watching the movie in the movie theater ahead of time with Hulu, and Lee Daniels send me the Billie Holiday stories, the United States versus Billie Holiday. And Billie was a heartbreaker, bro. She was cold as ice.
Yeah, I don't know much about her story.
You don't know about her story?
I don't know much about her story.
Her music is deep. It's so incredible, this movie. And everybody got to see it. Her song was it's called Strange Fruit. It was about lynching. It was back in them days, segregation, and she was the biggest artist. And she made a theme song about lynching, and it actually was called the song of the century. And And she had a lot of drug problems, a lot of things. She had a fucked up life to begin with. You know, a lot of people don't understand you can be talented, but you can have a fucked up upbringing. Like her mother was a prostitute.
Yeah.
Was selling her since she was 10. You know, real shit. You know what I mean? But she was a heartbreaker. Still, she was beautiful, but she was a heartbreaker. She dropped a motherfucker at the drop of the dime, like for no reason.
Damn.
Yeah. She was.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
She was up when this movie come out. You're gonna enjoy it. Everybody's gonna enjoy it. And it's sad, right? Because with artists, I don't know about you or your upbringing, you know, but a lot of artists that we really, really love have like tortured or tortured past, or came up like, you know, and we came up so fucked up in the head, but we got this talent of singing for the world and making music for the world, but we go through pain, like, and so, and what's crazy is a lot of artists that use drugs, a lot of them, right? And they so into the drugs, dealing with their pain, that they don't realize the love they have.
Right.
And so, like, say, I think of a guy, famous boxer for the Puerto Ricans, Hector Camacho. He was the flyest dude back in the day, Lamborghinis, Spanish Harlem. And he was using a lot of drugs. He got killed. But when he died, the people ain't want to let him get buried. They carried his casket. They loved him. Same thing with Hector Lavoe. Same thing with Billie Holiday. When she did a funeral, was like fucking the whole world stopped.
Crazy.
But you in so much pain, and you're trying to get over it from how you grew up or whatever the case, that you use these drugs to cope that, but it really ain't the solution, you know? And you never had like a battle or nothing like I wouldn't take for you to be into that, right?
So this is another thing that you might not believe. I've never done a drug in my life.
What you mean never done a drug?
I never tried coke. I never tried.
Never Molly with a dude?
Never Molly. Never ecstasy. Nothing. I mean, I took a puff of weed like when I was 14, but I've never smoked weed after that.
And that's why you got money, Amber Rose. But let me, you want to hear some breaking news about me? I've never done a drug either.
Really?
I never smoked a cigarette.
Really?
I drink,
yeah, you know what, Joe?
Drink on my birthday, New Year, special days, but a drug?
Yeah, like even with alcohol, I might have a cocktail, but that's it. I'm not getting fucked up, you know, like.
You know, I sip a little Ciroc, you know, my sponsor, shout out to Diddy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of them guys. And I know for a fact if I was, and I said this shit today, I said this to my man Fuzzy today. I said, yo, Fuzz, if I was a drug, like if I did like drugs, I would never be this rich. I would never be this successful. I would have been one of them niggas in the trailer park or in the projects, you know, fucked up.
So
I don't use drugs.
So most of my family is dead from overdoses, and I feel like growing up knowing that, and one of my uncles did 28 years in prison for murder, got out after 28 years because he had like 25 to life, got out 28 years and overdosed after all that time in prison. Then my aunt overdosed, you know, and so a lot of my family is gone. So I feel like growing up knowing stuff like that, drugs made them you know, not who they should have been. It just made me just not even try it. And so when I moved to Hollywood and I started going to these parties and they're like handing me fucking big spoonfuls of Coke, like, oh, dude, like, hey, Am, you want some? Like, there's piles of it. Just take what you want. And I'm like, this is a lot for me. Like, I was
knocking dudes out for offering me. If a dude ever offered me drugs, I punch him in his face, right on the spot. Like it was like a hidden rule of mine that if I'm coming out the taking a piss in the club and some dude is sniffing coke and he said, "Papi, quiero un pasadito," I beat his ass. I will beat his ass because you trying to fuck me up.
No, especially out here in Miami, like it's next level, bro. It's I mean, mountains of cocaine just around at parties, and I'm like, fuck that.
You know what's crazy? Our brother, Scott Storch, he smoked weed, but he never sniffed cocaine or used the drug in front of me. Ever.
Really?
I'm talking about when he was Listen, I would be with Scott Storch. They was probably like, get this motherfucker out of here. Cause I be in there, nobody can use drugs. He smokes his blunts. And one time, I'm gonna tell Scott, I love you. One time, one of the dudes that's cool with me stood when I left. He said the minute my car left the property, they were cracking kilos of cocaine on the pool. It was like, hallelujah, the wicked witch of the West is gone. And they throwing this shit in the air, diving on the pool table. Like,
I was supposed to go to Scott's house today. That's crazy.
Scott's my brother, and I love him.
That's my brother too. I met Scott I was 18, 19 years old. I was dating one of his artists years ago.
I know who it gotta be. Damn, that guy was that lucky.
Who?
The kid, he only had one artist, so you gave it away.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So I won't say the name.
Yeah, he was Dominican from Philly.
Dominican from Philly. Ow.
Yeah, that was my little boyfriend when I was young.
He's a cool dude to be.
Yeah, it was so long ago, but yes. Wow. And then what's crazy is my stepsister started dating him after me.
Really?
Yeah.
And what that felt like?
Oh, I didn't care. I was young. I was on to the next, But
you was like, all right.
Yeah, because it was, when you young dating somebody, it ain't serious. Like, it's just like, something fun to do. Hold on, y'all want to see my baby? Slash.
We getting all this footage, all this Amber Rose in the house. And we ain't paid $19. Yo, Slash, what's up, man? Slash. Oh, he's beautiful, too. What's up, Slash? What's up, man? Hi. It's the Cookie Monster.
Hi, Uncle Joey.
It's the Cookie Monster.
He's 14 months already.
Well, he's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Wow. He's really beautiful. You make beautiful kids, Amber.
Thank you, Joe.
Huh?
I'm giving back to Victoria. Here, Vicky.
And so I'm gonna let you go.
Joe, this has been great. Anytime you need me, man, I'm here. Somebody don't show up, somebody got to do something.
Yeah, Amber, I got that like, when they ask me, when your name come up anytime, be like, yo, that's my girl. Like, I got her. Like, she, she's part of the, she's part of the team. I got her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Same here, Joe.
Vice versa, you know that.
Oh, yeah, always.
You've called me up and said, yo, Joe, what's up with this? And I'll be like, yo, check this out.
Right.
This is the play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing, let me end it with you like this. The thing about me is that I want everybody to win. We as powerful as our friends that are winning. Right. I preach this like every day of my life. It's like, yo, we want everybody to win. I don't understand people who don't want everybody to win. We want everybody to win. Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, same, for sure.
Amber, we love you. Thank you for being on the Big Show. I let you know this was like our first X-rated. I've been doing this 10.5 months.
This ain't no X-rated shit, Joe. Stop playing.
Yeah, we was talking some shit. This.
That's everyday life to me. I don't know about no X-rated shit.
Yeah, the first time you try to get it popping, you was like, yo, Joe, you ain't going. Last time you ain't going to ask me no shit. I was like, yo, chill. Like, today we went a little further. Who knows?
Nah, for sure.
A couple of months from now, we might, it might get digital. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, I gotta come back though, because I got some shit I'm working on, and I want to come back and talk.
Please promote here. You can use the platform. This is your house. You might actually can host it. We love you, Amber Rose.
Love you too.
We love you. Thank you so much.
All right, take care, Joe. Bye, y'all.
Sheesh. God damn. You don't know who I know. $19. That might be a good $19 to spend on that OnlyFans. I ain't gonna lie. If you want a PG-13, you want the good guy and the bad guy, you get the DJ Khaled Fat Joe OnlyFans. It starts the 25th. We starting it with the rematch of the basketball game. And then we talking that shit. And you want to go in there because we talking that real shit to get you to